Now we know how to create a floor block to add a grammar and MeshBP list to be used to construct our block. Now it is time to complete the remaining part of the building. But before that, remember that we have this mesh here. Actually, this mesh is coming from the roof system. The roof system is exactly the same way as the floor block manager, the floor block system too. So, but in this case, how the city sampler building are set, we don't need to use the roof system. You can use it if you want, but we'll just deactivate it. Also, you have to mark that anytime that I add a floor block manager, a roof block manager is added to. Now we need to add a new floor block manager and call it floor level 2. Now we need to give it a MeshBP list. We go to control browser, and inside our MeshBP list folder, we'll create a new data table and search for PBG MeshBP list. Give it a name dt PBG floor level 2 MeshBP list. Open it and add a new row. Call it floor level 2. Now we need to give it a wall mesh and the right and the left corner mesh. Let's come here and select our right corner mesh, our wall mesh for example. Add a new slot and expand it to add the mesh. Notice that for each index you can add multiple mesh so that it will randomize them. If you have multiple mesh that is fitting the same height, you can add them here. So you click on the plus sign to add a new so that they will be randomized. But for this one we just have one mesh, so we'll choose to use one mesh. Now we need to add our left corner mesh and the right corner mesh, and we save it. Now it is time that we set our MeshBP list here inside floor MeshBP data table. So we get it spawning here. Set the floor gamma selection to best possible. Now we can create our floor gamma or use a default gamma. Because it is only one wall, we can use the default gamma, but it is better to create your own floor gamma and add a new grammar here. Go to miscellaneous data table, search for grammar list and name it dt PBG floor level 2 grammar list. Open it and we just add an infinite wall. So for this we start with a parenthesis and point to add a wall that is pointing to the first index. Notice that if I will add a wall, an index that is not in the MeshBP field, in the MeshBP list, it will randomly select all indexes that are valid. That is one way that you can create some interesting randomization. So that, as I said, the wall 9, the 9 index is not present here, so it will just search for all valid index and randomly select them. You can use that to create a good randomization system. So now it is time to add it here. Now we created our first floor. Now we need to add the second floor. Click on the plus sign to add a new floor. Copy the last one and set it here. Name it floor 3 and go to create a new. Duplicate the last floor MeshBP list and set the wall and the right corner mesh. Then proceed to add the MeshBP list here. Now you can see that we have it spawning. We can just increase the number of floors to 4, for example, and we got our building coming together. Now add the last floor block and copy the last one and pass it to the new created. Set the floor level to 4 and create a new floor MeshBP list for it. Duplicate the last one and change the level to 4. Open it, set it here so that as we make a change, it is directly reflected inside development. Select our wall and set it here. Then add our right and left corner mesh. The left here and the right here. At this stage, we completed our first building. We can just drag it. You can draw it. So you got your first building.